Dear liberals, I am sick and tired of your crap. Seriously. The conservatives really should be the people who are annoying me the most at the moment. But right now, you guys are the ones driving me crazy. Yeah, you. You on your high horse, blaming everybody for all the mistakes that have been made in this country, except for yourselves. Stop it. Seriously, stop it. I am the first person to argue in favor of showing up and doing your duty and voting. So much so that I tend to annoy other people when it comes around election time and saying, listen, you can find information here, here, and here. I'm not going to blame somebody who looked at this past election and said, really? Trump versus Hillary Clinton, and you want me to show up and vote? I'm not going to blame anybody for that. You know why? Because they looked at their two choices and said, oh, I can pick crazy, who's going to burn the country down, or I can pick the same old, who isn't going to change anything. And you know why they found that a problem? You really want to know why? Because this country hasn't been doing so great. There's a reason why Trump was the conservative nominee. People are angry. There's a reason why Bernie Sanders, an avowed socialist, almost knocked Hillary Clinton off her pedestal. Seriously. People are angry for good reason because the government hasn't been serving us. There are public servants, but they haven't actually been serving us. Yeah, they haven't. And people have a right to be angry about that. People have a right to look at that choice and say, you know what? I don't think it's worth me showing up and voting. And yeah, there were other people they could have voted for, but this is the whole reason why I'm telling people before elections, this is where you can go and get information, because it's really hard to find information about people who aren't running for president. And as for the people who voted for third-party candidates, seriously, you're going to blame them all less than 10% of them? Really? In fact, if we had viable third parties, we wouldn't have had to choose between Trump and Hillary Clinton. So stop blaming them too. The problem isn't with those people. And you blaming them because you're angry and bitter just shows how immature you really are. Meanwhile, you guys are walking around thinking you have the high ground. Well, guess what? Right now, you really don't. You should, but you don't. So start acting like you really do by actually behaving in a manner that's mature and kind and gracious. Because you don't get the moral high ground just because the conservative guy is this nuts. You don't. Bye.